I started in Ghana. My parents were separated, and it actually gave me an inspiration. Sometimes the situations we go through or the problems we go through challenges us to do more. So when my mom and my dad separated, I told myself that it will not affect my career and it will not affect my vision. So at the age of 17, I went out there looking for a job. My first job was working in the washing bay, washing cars, and my second job was a marketer, marketing in the.
I think we are having network problems, but we're going to quickly fix that as he was still in. Can you hear us,
Okay.
Mr. Sylvester?
Yes, I can hear you. The
Oh,
network was interrupted.
Yes,
So as
sir.
I said, yes, as I said, the first job I was working in a washing bay. The second job I was a marketer in a company where I raised money to sponsor my education. And I studied in Ghana, and I also took myself to Ukraine to further my education. So I did information technology, and also I did cell phone training courses, and I also mastered in psychology as well. So that is where the journey began. And God being so good, God took me to South Africa in the year 2013. And when I came, I worked for iStore, I worked for Samsung, and I worked for Huawei for a couple of years. Then I told myself I have to start my own company. So my company started in the year 2017, which is the Phone Doctor Plus, and it's been running from that time until now. And God being so good, I've opened other companies. So the whole idea is to impact people. I don't believe in, doing things for yourself. So I have about 14 people working under me, and I pay them salary each and every month. And God being so good, we are trusting God to do more for the people of South Africa and beyond. Because if God brings you to a place, or God orchestrates your path to a place, you need to impact the people there. So I'm in South Africa to be a blessing to the people here, to impact the people, and to make sure that the youth who are unemployed will be employed at the end of the day. Because when we do the training programs, at the end of the day, we recommend them to certain companies, because the training comes with a certificate from overseas. And once we issue the certificate to the people, they are able to go and look for employment. And this has been our vision and our mission. And as we preach the gospel to the people, we also tell them that the gospel is not enough. You need to go out there and work. And as you work, God will bless you through your work. So this has been my journey, and I thank God for where He's taking us to.
Such amazing stuff, Mr. Buckman. I always enjoy having conversations with people such as yourself, who are trying to impact our communities in a very, very, very fruitful and positive manner. Yourself mentioning that you yourself are not someone who grew up in such a fortunate or well-off background and family, but here you are at the age that you are at, and at the stage of your life that you are at, and finding yourself in trying to give back with the little that God has given you, man, or has borrowed you for the time that you're on this earth. I love that so much. I love that so much. And we need more people, more like
yeah,
Sylvester, man, who are able to give back and say, God has borrowed me, God has granted me the little that I have. I then have to give it back. But with that being said, Mr. Buckman, please, man, I'm always interested. I'm sure someone who's watching and listening there at home is also wanting to know that. Where is the inspiration coming from, man? Because someone else could have easily said that, you know what, I'm Sylvester Buckman. I didn't come from such a fortunate home. I'm gonna work hard to acquire the things that I want to acquire and achieve all the things that I want to achieve, and I'll keep them to myself. But here you are saying, I want to give back. Where is this? Where is all of this inspiration coming from, and where are you taking it from, and what actually keeps you going to always be giving back to the people?
Okay, so I actually got the inspiration from a man who believed in me from day one. His name is Elder Tobin, and he owns one of the biggest companies in Ghana. It's Tobinco Pharmaceuticals. He saw the best in me, and he said, "I'm gonna help you." As a young man, I'm just going to help you. So I remember when I told him that I was going to study overseas, he gave me $1,000, and I'm talking of years back, which is a lot of money. And he said, you know what, go and study. And after studying, the same thing I've offered to you, make sure you offer to others.
Oh, wow.
And he gave me that morale, and he gave me that zeal to also give back to people who are in need. So apart from the church, we also have an organization called Help a Soul Foundation, where we figure out and we look for less privileged people who cannot afford their fees, people who cannot afford groceries, people who are orphans. We look out for them, and we bless them with any amounts that we can bless them with. If they need clothing, once in a while, maybe after every 3 months, we buy them, dresses, and we also buy them stationaries to support them. So the inspiration came from Elder Tobin, who owns Tobinco Pharmaceuticals in Ghana. It's one of the biggest, pharmaceutical companies in Ghana. And this man, impacted me. He was the elder of our church, and he was just helping the needy. He was helping the widows. He was helping the less privileged, and he impacted my life. And I told myself, if this man has impacted many people and has also impacted me, then I also have to impact others when God blesses me financially. So that is where I got my inspiration from. And from that time, I've always been a blessing to people. Even if I don't have, I make sure my last penny goes to someone who really needs help. And that is where I got my inspiration from.
Oh, Mr. Buckman, very inspirational and motivational to hear such things, because it comes to, this conversation of people having challenges and now noticing those challenges. Because as someone as you who grew up and started being in the working space at a very young age, as early as 17 years. So I just want you to tell me right now, what are the challenges of becoming in the role that you are playing of someone who is significant, as someone who is seen as a leader in the community? What are the challenges that you have come across, on the work that you're doing right now for your community?
Okay, so the challenges that we are facing currently, and we have actually faced in the past years, is that people do not want to help and do not want to sponsor. So always it becomes a headache, and it becomes a burden.
Hi, so are you still with us, or you're also having a bit of a technical issue over there?
Yeah, so still waiting for his
It's
signal.
a challenge. Okay.
There we go.
So
We're back. We're back. Yes. So as you were
okay.
saying,
So as I was saying, the challenge we facing is that people do not sponsor and people do not help. So the burden is always on my neck. I always have to improvise. I have to work hard, bring up money to take care of my family and take care of other people. So it becomes hectic. And me being a religious leader, some people assume that I'm blessed through the ministry, like the church members are taking care of me, but they don't know that I'm the one taking care of the church members. Because some people come to church and they have hope and they have heard that the man of God helps the needy. So they are not coming to church to actually listen to the gospel, but they are there because they will get something at the end of every service. They will get food to eat. And it becomes a challenge that people do not support, but they actually take from us each and every time. So one of the things that can actually help is when the community also believe in us and help in any way that they can, so that we can actually help the people who are in need. We have a challenge, and personally I have a challenge because some people actually make wrong statements with regards to foreigners. And when they see a foreigner, they think the foreigner is here to actually take from them. But they don't know that there are certain foreigners who come into the country to also be a blessing to the community and to the people of South Africa. So personally, I came to be a blessing to the people in South Africa. I once bought a car. I bought a car for one faithful South African who had been following me for over 8 years. And, he was struggling to take care of his family. And I personally bought a car for him to do Bolt and Uber. And he's doing very well and he's taking care of his family as a result of my impact in his life. So, things like this need support. And my challenge so far is that people are refusing to help us and people are refusing to sponsor. And that has been my challenge. But I believe that one day, you guys are doing an amazing work and an amazing job. Someone might be touched by some of the words that I'm speaking, and one day would be able to help and sponsor what we are doing. So our challenge has always been sponsorship. We are not getting people to sponsor. We are always doing it from our pocket. So the stress has always been too much. Guess what? If my monthly income is about 80,000, I got bills to pay. The church rent is about 35, family to take care of, and personally, I have to take care of myself. So we need multiple streams of income so that we will be able to help the community, and the community will be happy at the end of the day. So that is it basically.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. People who are moving and shaking their communities, and not only their own communities, but communities in and around all of us, man. And, Prophet Sylvester Buckman is one of those people who have been called to serve a higher purpose right here in the world that we're living in. Someone who's doing such amazing stuff. And perhaps you're listening and you're watching and you're wondering, who is Sylvester Buckman? He says that he's originally from Ghana and is married with 2 kids who are both girls. He is self-employed and owns quite a couple of companies, including a church named Prophetic Prayer Center, which is located in Randburg Square. And he also has other 2 branches that are part of the churches that he runs. Sylvester Buckman is someone who's really, really doing amazing stuff, in the community that he lives in, and just generally in all of the communities that we are living in and we find ourselves being surrounded by. And like he just said, man, one of the things that he's done is someone who was in dire need of a vehicle, of a car, who has a family that is relying on him. Professor Sylvester Buckman, from his own pocket, says, you know what, I will help you and I will get you the car that will hopefully ease things in your day-to-day life. And he's live with us on a Zoom connection, because we try to interact and we connect and we communicate with each other and engage with each other. So you're doing all of these things. You are running your own companies. You have multiple income streams. You have a family. You have a church that is reliant on you, that you're a leader of, and everyone is looking to you. Now, how do you balance all of those things? And how do you balance it with your own life now, with your own home life, with your wife? Do you have time to spend with your own wife and family and kids, and just enjoy life as Sylvester Buckman, not being a business owner, not being a church leader, just to take time? How do you balance and navigate that space?
This is a very interesting question. I always fight with my wife
Yeah, I
because
can imagine.
I don't have time for her. That's the honest truth. But one thing that I always do during the week, I dedicate a day for her. I dedicate a day, which is Mondays. Mondays, no one shares it with me. Monday is strictly for my wife. We make sure we spend quality time. If we have to go for shopping, if we have to go for dinner, if we have to go for breakfast, we do so. And that has been the routine. And with my kids, I make sure that Saturdays, 2 hours, every 2 hours from Saturdays, I spend time with them. Even if you have to go for an ice cream, we go to the zoo or do something, engage ourselves in something. So, I always prioritize the family, although I don't have enough time for them. I prioritize them because family comes first, before God. God instruct us to take care of our family. Charity begins at home. And I believe that I need to, impact the family, and I have to pay attention to the family so that other blessings will also come my way. And I also sometimes get invitations overseas. And sometimes when I have the opportunity, I travel with my wife. If I don't have the opportunity, I leave her behind. So it has been the routine. My wife believes in my calling, he believes in my ministry. And guess what? Even last 3 weeks, we had to even sell a car that I was driving just to support the community and the church.
Oh, wow.
Because yes, I had to give away the car. I had to sell it. I sold it to We Buy Cars so that we could be able to actually get money and sponsor the church, because we were moving from initially we were in Kensington 120 Queen Street, and we had to move to the mall. Now we are located in the mall. We are located in the mall now, by Ramdeck Square. Yes, and we had to move to this place, and it actually required a lot of money, so we had to sacrifice. We let go of the car, we got some money, and we invested in the church. So that is it basically. The family always support us. As the Bible says in Amos 3:3, that two cannot work together unless they agree. My wife agrees with me. She believes in my ministry. She believes in my calling. My children are supportive. They believe in my ministry and they believe in my calling. So that is it basically.
Hey, Mr. Buckman, I see we have the little ones busy running into the stream. They want to see what's going
Yes,
on.
yes. She wanted to join the streaming.
From what I've heard so far, you're a very remarkable man, especially with the work that you're doing with the community and the amount of sacrifices that you have to personally make so that the initiative that you're driving becomes possible throughout the way, and the people that you're also supporting they also get the help that they need. So when you started, I heard that you say that you help people to become cell phone technicians, and you help them to become self-reliant and learn how to fix TVs, laptops, and phones. And then I also heard that you said your wife also helps people learn skills on how to do makeup, and even do a nail technician. She's also a massage therapist, right? So I wanted to know, with the
Yes.
initiative that you guys are doing, how does one in the community, especially in the community of Randburg, that has never heard about something like this, or somebody like me in Soweto, become part of the initiative to become self-reliant, learn the skills that you guys are providing so that I can also better myself and also learn how to become independent?
Okay, so as I said earlier on, we have moved to Rambek, and it's very strategic from where we coming from. We are from Kensington, and the place is not really exposed. So we're praying into it, and the Lord told us to come to Rambek Square, and it's very strategic where the ministry is situated. And if someone wants to register, the person just needs to communicate with my PA, and the cell phone number is 07823818829. My PA is always online 24 hours. Sometimes I even ask her how she does it, because as soon as she sees a message, she responds. As soon as she sees a message, she responds. She will send in all the requirements that the person needs so that the person can enroll in our institution. As I said, we have accreditation from overseas. The cell phone courses has an accreditation from India, and beauty therapy training also has an accreditation from the UK. And these are, legit certificates that when we issue to the people, they can actually get employment. We have recommended people in Sobe. I don't know if you know that company, Sobe. So we also recommended people in the cell phone companies like Samsung. We have recommended people who are working there through our training. We have also recommended people for Huawei and other small companies, and it's through this whole training. And as I said, if anyone wants to reach out to us, you can even follow us on our church page, and you inbox us, and we're gonna show you how to register, and we'll make sure that you are awarded with a certificate if you really qualify for it. Because at the end of the day, there's an exams to be written, and if you fail the exams, you have to resit. And when you pass, we can issue you the certificate. The tuition is free, but the handout needs to be paid for, because we need to print out handout, and the handout will cost us. So the only thing we charge is for the handout, but the whole tuition is free. So that is it basically.
Very, very, very amazing stuff, man. We need more people, guys. More Sylvesters out there. We need more people, and we need more families like yourselves. People who are dedicated to supporting someone who took it upon themselves and says, you know what, I've been called for this, and I'm going to do it. I am here to serve the purpose of giving back. So, such amazing stuff that you do, Sylvester, man. And I love the fact that you have so much support from your wife and your kids, man. It really speaks to the character, the character of the being that you are. It speaks to the morality that you have, and it speaks to the stature of the man that you are. Such amazing stuff, man. Very inspirational stuff, Mo.
Yeah, definitely. My last question that I have for you, Mr. Sylvester, is we know that there are a lot of people who want to be like you and make a positive impact, in their communities. So how does one, get into that space and become like you, man, to make a positive change and a positive impact in their communities?
Can you repeat the question again?
How does one, learn to become a community leader and bring a
Okay.
positive impact into their communities?
Okay, so I say this, and people do not understand. Leadership is an example, and whenever you see someone doing good or doing something great, you learn from that person. So if someone really wants to impact the community like myself, the person needs to learn from me and also learn from people who have made it in life. So as I used myself as an example, bringing the man who motivated me on board. I mentioned his name. I said he's Elder Tobin, and he was from the church. He impacted me, and as he impacted me, I also learned from whatever whatever impact he made in my life, and I said, let me go out there and also impact. So we all need to learn from each other. That is the first thing that we need to do. We learn from each other. If you see that someone has done it, believe that you can also do it. I started this whole thing with just 200 rand, but I can say boldly that, you know what, the income that comes in is mind blowing. Although it's not enough, but we try our best that any little money we get, we help people to be a blessing or to be blessed at the end of the day. So that is it basically. We just need to learn. If someone wants to be a leader, leadership can actually be learned. And if someone learned how to be a leader, the person can be a leader. Mm,
Absolutely fly. But we hope and we trust that God will be you and give you strength to continue all the work that you are doing. Like you're doing amazing, amazing stuff. And like I just said, that the world needs more Sylvester Buckmans out there. You know, people who will take it upon themselves and say, I'm here to serve the purpose of helping the good people of the world and the good people of God, like God has instructed. And we really appreciate you taking the time to spend these few minutes with us out of your probably what I'm assuming is a busy schedule. Like you say, your assistant's number, your assistant's WhatsApp is always clicking, her phone is always ringing, and people are reaching out wanting to get in touch with you. So with that being said, where can people get a hold of you, and how do they connect with you if perhaps they want to lend a helping hand or come through and learn from you and be part of some of these initiatives that you're running?
Okay, so as I said earlier on, I'm not a social media person. It's
Yes.
actually my my PA who always pushes me on social media. I like doing things, privately. I'm just a private guy, but they sometimes push me on social media, and they actually push the page. So if someone wants to get any information, they can go on, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are there. The person can message us, and my PA will respond, quickly. As I said, she's always online 24 hours. Like, I don't know how she does it, but she has the grace to do that. And once the person speaks to my PA will get back to me. And if someone wants my personal contact, you can actually ask the PA. She would never refuse, because I told her that you may never know. Someone needs the contact so that the person can deal directly with me. So
Yes.
you can actually ask the PA on the church number, and she would give my contact, my direct contact to you or to anyone who is interested. Then we can have a one-on-one conversation. So it's either on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or on Instagram. The only page that I'm very active on is the Facebook, but other pages, when you also send messages, my PA will respond, and if you need my personal contact, she will also give it to you there. That is it basically.
Do you perhaps know the handles of the social media pages?
Yes,
Yes, please
yes.
please share with us and everyone else who's listening and watching. And if you don't mind, please share the number of where we can get a hold of your PA as well.
Okay, so on Facebook it's Prophet Sylvester Buckman. On Facebook it's Prophet Sylvester Buckman. It's actually two prophets, two accounts. Let me put
Yes,
it that
that
way.
go by
It's
Sylvester
two.
Buckman.
Yes. So
Yes.
the first one, it's double T at the end. It's Prophet Sylvester Buckman, but with double T at the end of prophet. And the second one is prophet, a normal spelling, the normal spelling of prophet,
Yes.
Sylvester Buckman. Then we also have the church page, the Prophetic Prayer Center, and also the non-profitable organization, which is the NGO that helps the needy, is also the Help a Soul Foundation. It's also on Facebook. The same name on TikTok, the same name on YouTube, the same name on Instagram, Prophet Sylvester Buckman. That is the name. So anyone can follow us or send us a message. Someone can reach out to us and we can be a blessing. Before we help someone, we first do a background check. We investigate if the person truly needs the help before we help. And if anyone wants to contribute, the person can also do a background check. We have a legit website and it's newprophetic.com. When you go on newprophetic.com, you will see some of our bio. You read about the church and what we do. So you can also check us out on our website, newprophetic.com. You would find out more about the church and what we do.
You
Let's
heard
give
it
it.